Does anybody have a timer? I only have 4 minutes. Michael, watch me, okay? All right, my partner and I are here today to share with you an educational way that we can improve our society, to help make it more successful, more productive, and to develop a stronger economy. My partner and I propose and believe that tertiary education should be required within 2 years of high school graduation. We propose that the Department of Education would oversee this requirement just as they do kindergarten through 12th grade. In order to avoid unnecessary financial hardships for the students, my partner and I propose that the federal government would subsidize 20% of the tuition per student while they are in school. Our belief is that if everyone in our society is well educated and properly prepared for adult life, that we will be able to reduce the amount of people that are on unemployment. If fewer people are unemployed and instead working and contributing to the stronger economy of our nation, we will be more successful and more productive as a whole. The federal savings from the reduced unemployment can be used towards tertiary education. When we refer to tertiary education, we are referring to trade schools, colleges, universities, and other institutions of higher learning beyond high school. The student can determine for themselves what institution would fit them best. Yet, my partner and I believe that education should be required because of its many benefits to the individual and society as a whole. It is also important to share that our proposal would not only require that high school graduates attend tertiary education, but also require that they complete a minimum of 36 credits in order to complete this requirement. My partner and I understand that there may be some exceptions to this requirement. These exceptions may include those who list in the military, those with severe special education or physical needs, or serious or life-threatening medical conditions, or those choosing to leave the country on missionary trips. The Department of Education would be able to review other special requests. I am sure that we can all agree that tertiary education is important for many reasons. This education can provide you with a degree which will help you to secure a purposeful career, job stability, and long-term financial gains. However, our career and our finance development is only one classification of benefit from tertiary education. Let us not overlook the importance of personal development in the individual. Persons in tertiary education will learn to be more responsible and self-directed. It is also a great opportunity for students to explore and develop their skills and their talents, develop a bigger social network, and seek new opportunities while preparing for adult life. When people have experienced the many benefits of tertiary education, I am sure that we can all see the positive outcomes that will affect not only the individual, but the society as a whole. My partner and I are proposing that tertiary education be required so that our society and the indispensable people within it can be more successful and productive. Thank you. All right, my cross-examiner, Mr. Charles, come on up. Okay, so it's Charles's job to try to challenge my proposal, or to find holes in it, or to clarify my argument. And he only has 2 minutes. And he has his own timer. He came prepared. Oh, he doesn't have do we have a timer? Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
You may begin.
I have a few questions today. What do you propose we could fix the problem if the students don't graduate or just don't want to go to college.
If students don't graduate, there would be support within the institution to help them, either with their classes or whatever challenges are holding them back. Most institutions already have this as an established student support. I don't see this as a problem.
What if they don't want to graduate and avoid tertiary education altogether?
That's a good question, because there's a lot of things in life that we don't want to do, but we know that we have to do them because it makes us a better person. My partner and I are looking at the benefits, not the challenges.
Okay. What if the student can't afford the education and henceforth can't go to college?
Another good question. Finance is an important aspect of our lives. We are proposing that the government would help subsidize 20%. That means that student would not have to carry that even as a loan. But there would also be loans available from private organizations and the government. So I don't think finances should hold anybody back.
I see. My last and final question, what if they are foreign and they just moved to the United States and they don't know a lot of English?
Correct. If they're interested, there's always going to be a language support program that a university will have. And also, if you're not a natural-born citizen, this may not apply to you.
No further questions.
Thank you. I'm going to welcome up Miss Micah. She's going to give the first negative speech. So she's trying to convince us that tertiary education should not be required, that you should be able to choose. Woo.
My partner and I believe that tertiary education should not be mandatory for 3 reasons. 1, not all graduates use their degree, and it would be a waste of time and money. 2, you can gain experience and knowledge from other places, not only tertiary education. 3, it leaves a huge debt on the person, and it is a huge burden for almost the rest of the person's life. Would you want a new policy that obligates you to receive tertiary education right after it was mandatory for you to go to school for about 12 years? Why are you expected to gain more education? We all have the freedom of choice, and if the person wants to receive more education, then the person can receive more education. It has gotten way too hard to pay a student loan and debt. It is an extra burden to a person's life. Not everyone is financially stable. People don't think of the great risks involved. According to InsideHigherEd.com, 41% of grads work in jobs that don't require a degree. About half of the people wasted all their money and time for the education that they won't be using. This may not seem like a lot, but think about it for a second. If about half are not using their degree, and if we make this policy mandatory, then about half are still not going to use their degree in their jobs. And the debt can cause stress, hardship, alcoholism, drug abuse, divorce, juvenile delinquency, the list goes on. Steve Jobs dropped out of college in the first semester and later became the CEO of the company Apple. His net worth is about $10.2 billion. Michael Dell left in his first year of college and became the CEO of Dell. His net worth is about $23.5 billion. What's the secret to success? It's no secret. You need a winning attitude, honesty, and integrity, and a burning desire to succeed. Dave Thomas. High school can be a place where we can gain experience. High school is a place where teens learn valuable skills for life from peers and professionals. There are many reasons why high school education is important, but most of all, it is a means to achieve long-term goals and feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. Success can't be promised from college. If it's not promised, why force it? Education should not be forced. We all have the free will to decide what we want to learn. Not all are fit for tertiary education. It doesn't help every single person. The financial debt for tertiary education is just getting bigger. College does not make people successful. Successful people go to college. Bigger education does not necessarily lead to more skills or a bigger salary. According to AmericanProgress.org, about 43 million adult Americans, roughly 1/6 of the U.S. population older than 18, currently carry a federal student loan and owe about $1.5 trillion in federal student loan, and plus an estimated $119 billion in student loans from private sources that are not backed by the government. While it's true that not every student borrower is in distress, student debt is an issue that can both cause an acute effect on many borrowers' lives. You don't have to be a genius or a visionary or even a college graduate to be successful. You just need a framework and a dream. Michael Dell.
And I am the cross-examiner. We have 2 minutes. My job is to question some of Micah's proposals. All right, do we have a 2-minute timer? Ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Here we go. Miss Micah, you said that 41% of the people that are in the working field are working in areas that did not require the degree that they have. But this also means that 59% of the people who are working are using their degree. If everyone was required to attend tertiary education, do you believe that the amount of people working in the field with their degree would increase?
Yes, we believe that tertiary education is important and may help some people in their lives, but we don't believe that it should be mandatory.
I see. And also, you shared that in high school, it's a great opportunity for people to gain experience, and my partner and I feel the same way. We also feel that great experiences could be learned after high school and tertiary education. If a student is not learning and experiencing these in school, where do you and your partner propose that someone would advance in their life skills and their experiences?
Well, as you know, everyone has the free choice to receive tertiary education right after high school, but not everyone does. People can still gain experience from their everyday life by not going to college or receiving a tertiary education. For example, if you move in your own house, you can learn how to pay your own bills, taxes, and take care of yourself, get a job, and your everyday needs.
Okay, and one final question for you and